Imagine a world blanketed in darkness, where the only light comes from the distant stars, twinkling faintly in the vast expanse of the night sky. But tonight, even those stars are obscured by swirling clouds, casting an eerie shadow over the land. A low rumble echoes across the planet, growing steadily louder, like the heartbeat of the Earth itself. It is the sound of an ancient giant stirring from its slumber, a force of nature awakening after millennia of stillness. Antarctica, a continent twice the size of Australia, is shedding its icy armor, revealing the raw power hidden beneath its frozen surface. This vast land holds a staggering 70% of Earth's fresh water, locked away as ice, a treasure trove of life-sustaining water. This frozen reservoir is vast, containing enough water to raise global sea levels by a catastrophic 200 feet, a potential disaster waiting to unfold. For millennia, this ice has remained stable, a silent sentinel at the bottom of the world. But tonight, everything changes. The ice begins to melt, a process that seems unstoppable. The melting is relentless, an unstoppable deluge of water pouring into the oceans, altering the very fabric of our planet. The consequences are immediate and catastrophic. Natural disasters become more frequent and severe, reshaping the world as we know it. Coastal cities home to billions face an existential threat. The rising waters encroach upon their borders, threatening to engulf them. The world watches in horror as the seas rise, swallowing entire nations. The frozen giant has awakened, and its impact is felt across the globe. The first signs of the disaster are subtle, unusually high tides, seawater encroaching further inland. Then the full fury of the meltwater is unleashed. Giant waves, towering hundreds of feet high, slam into coastlines with the force of 1,000 earthquakes. Megacities, once vibrant hubs of human activity, are quickly overwhelmed. Skyscrapers become islands in a churning sea. Monuments to human achievement are swallowed by the rising tide. The lucky ones flee inland, desperately searching for higher ground. Millions are displaced, their homes and lives washed away. The scale of the disaster is unprecedented, dwarfing any natural disaster in human history. The world is in chaos, struggling to comprehend the magnitude of the unfolding tragedy. As the floodwaters recede, a new Earth emerges. Familiar coastlines are gone, redrawn by the relentless water. Entire nations have vanished beneath the waves. Florida is no more, swallowed whole by the Atlantic. The Netherlands, Bangladesh, and countless island nations are erased from the map. But the changes run deeper than just geography. The massive influx of fresh water disrupts the delicate balance of Earth's oceans. Salinity levels plummet, wreaking havoc on marine ecosystems. Coral reefs bleach and die. Fish populations collapse, disrupting food chains and threatening global food security. Even Earth's gravity feels the impact. The redistribution of such a massive amount of water shifts the planet's mass, subtly altering its rotation. The poles shift slightly, causing unpredictable changes in weather patterns. The very foundations of our planet seem shaken, leaving humanity to grapple with an uncertain future. The melting of Antarctica unleashes a cascade of climate chaos. As the ice sheets break apart and melt, they release vast amounts of fresh water into the ocean. This process not only raises sea levels but also has far-reaching impacts on global climate systems. The massive influx of cold freshwater disrupts ocean currents, the engines of global climate regulation. These currents, which have been stable for millennia, are now being altered in ways we are only beginning to understand. The balance of warm and cold water is crucial for maintaining the climate we know today. The Gulf Stream, which carries warm water from the tropics to the North Atlantic, grinds to a halt. This powerful current is essential for moderating temperatures in Europe and North America. Without it, the climate in these regions could become much more extreme, with colder winters and hotter summers. Europe, deprived of its warming influence, plunges into a deep freeze. The sudden and severe winters could disrupt daily life, agriculture and economies. The infrastructure, built for milder climates, may struggle to cope with the new reality. Elsewhere, weather patterns spiral out of control. The predictability of seasons becomes a thing of the past, replaced by erratic and extreme weather events. This unpredictability makes it difficult for communities to prepare and adapt. The delicate balance of atmospheric circulation is thrown into disarray. Jet streams, which guide weather systems around the globe, become unstable. This instability can lead to prolonged periods of extreme weather such as heat waves, cold snaps, and unseasonal storms. Regions accustomed to mild climates experience scorching droughts or torrential downpours. The shift in weather patterns can devastate agriculture, leading to food shortages and economic hardship. Water resources become unpredictable, affecting both human populations and natural ecosystems. Hurricanes, fueled by warmer ocean temperatures, become more frequent and intense, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Coastal communities face increased risks, with stronger storms causing more damage to homes, infrastructure, and natural habitats. The delicate web of life on Earth, finely tuned to specific climatic conditions, is thrown into turmoil. Plants and animals that have adapted to stable environments find themselves struggling to survive. The interconnectedness of ecosystems means that the loss of one species can have cascading effects on others. Mass extinctions ripple through ecosystems as species struggle to adapt to the rapidly changing environment. The loss of biodiversity weakens the resilience of ecosystems, making them more vulnerable to further changes and reducing their ability to provide essential services to humanity. The planet is changing faster than life can keep up, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The rapid pace of climate change challenges the ability of both natural and human systems to adapt, leading to a future that is increasingly uncertain and fraught with challenges. In the aftermath of the flood, the world struggles to rebuild. Communities are left in ruins, and the sheer scale of the devastation is overwhelming. Families return to their homes, only to find them uninhabitable. Streets that were once bustling with life are now submerged underwater, and the task of rebuilding seems insurmountable. Yet, amidst the chaos, there is a glimmer of hope as people come together to support one another, showcasing the resilience of the human spirit. The geopolitical landscape is redrawn as nations grapple with the loss of land, resources, and populations. Borders shift, and new alliances are formed out of necessity. Leaders convene in urgent meetings, poring over maps that now look drastically different. The loss of land to rising sea levels forces entire populations to relocate, creating a new wave of climate refugees. This mass displacement leads to tensions and conflicts, as countries struggle to accommodate the influx of people. Competition for dwindling resources sparks conflict, as nations vie for control of habitable land and fresh water. Water, once taken for granted, becomes a precious commodity. Military forces are deployed to secure freshwater sources, and skirmishes break out over access to these vital resources. In some regions, the fight for survival turns neighbors into adversaries, as communities are pitted against each other in the struggle to secure their future. The global economy, already reeling from the disaster, collapses under the weight of mass displacement, resource scarcity, and political instability. Stock markets plummet, and the shelves of grocery stores are stripped bare. The economic infrastructure that once supported billions of lives is now in shambles. People are forced to leave their homes in search of better opportunities, leading to a mass migration that further strains the resources of host countries. The old world order crumbles, replaced by a chaotic scramble for survival. Cities that were once economic powerhouses are now ghost towns, their streets eerily empty. The collapse of the economy has left many without jobs, homes, or hope. People scavenge for supplies, doing whatever it takes to survive in this new, harsh reality. The social fabric is torn apart, and the sense of community is replaced by a desperate fight for individual survival. Yet, even in the face of such profound loss, there is hope. Acts of kindness and solidarity emerge, as people come together to help one another. Rescue efforts are organized, and community rebuilding projects take shape. Volunteers from around the world join hands to provide aid and support. These moments of unity and compassion serve as a beacon of hope, reminding us of the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Humanity, faced with an existential threat, finds unity and resilience. Diverse groups of people work together, transcending borders and differences. Large-scale humanitarian efforts are launched, and symbols of global unity become more prominent. This collective response to the crisis highlights the potential for cooperation and solidarity in the face of adversity. It is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting challenges. New technologies emerge, harnessing renewable energy sources and developing sustainable ways of living. Solar panels and wind turbines become common sights as the world shifts towards renewable energy. Innovative technologies are developed to address the challenges posed by climate change. These advancements not only help mitigate the impact of the disaster but also pave the way for a more sustainable future. The crisis serves as a catalyst for change, driving innovation and progress. The tragedy serves as a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the fragility of our planet and the urgent need for collective action. Environmental protests gain momentum, and efforts to combat deforestation and promote reforestation are intensified. The melting ice caps and rising sea levels are a clear indication of the consequences of inaction. This moment of crisis underscores the importance of taking immediate and decisive action to protect our planet for future generations. The melting of Antarctica is a catastrophe of unimaginable proportions, a stark illustration of the potential consequences of unchecked climate change. The collapse of ice shelves and the subsequent rise in sea levels threaten coastal communities around the world. This dramatic change in the environment serves as a powerful reminder of the urgent need to address climate change. It is a call to action for governments, organizations, and individuals to take responsibility and work towards a sustainable future. It is a future we must strive to avoid. The images of extreme weather events and polar bears stranded on shrinking ice are a sobering reminder of the potential consequences of our actions. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. We must take immediate steps to reduce our carbon footprint, protect our natural resources, and promote sustainable practices. The choices we make today will determine the future of our planet. The fate of our planet, and our very survival, depends on the choices we make today. Children planting trees, renewable energy projects, and global leaders at climate summits are all signs of hope. These actions represent a commitment to a better future. By working together and making sustainable choices, we can protect our planet and ensure a livable world for generations to come. The time to act is now, and the responsibility lies with each and every one of us.